Palmer was, D.D. Palmer was the person who discovered chiropractic, and B.J. Palmer was his son. He was known as the developer of chiropractic, and he made great strides in the development of the philosophy, science, and art of chiropractic. And I've always liked this quote because it's really true, and especially the longer you live. I know I'm really young, but the longer you live, the more you notice that what you say to younger people starts to proliferate through society. Things that you say and effects that you may have, like something you may hear today that I say, could change your life. And in changing your life, you might go into practice and change the lives of thousands of others. And those people might go into other people's lives and change the lives of thousands of others, and so on and so on and so on. So that's how it works. In anything, not just chiropractic. Who am I? Who is Dr. Shu? I am a chiropractor that for 13 years has served tens of thousands of people on 2 continents, in North and South America. I have practices in South America, and I take care of some of the Latino folks, the Spanish-speaking people, here in Freehold. My brother Brian Schubel has a practice in Freehold. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees recently at Sherman College, and I'm the father of 2 healthy, beautiful children. There's Liam Jr., there's Mary Ann. They're twins. They're 7 years old. Look at that. That's work.
Right now, like I mentioned, we have 12 offices, 1 in Jersey, 11 in Peru. Has had a lot of associates over there. He's been in Peru for 13 years and has had various offices over those 13 years. And obviously, a lot of associates pass through. And over 40, so lots of experience talking to people, on their level. And that's something pretty amazing, too, because everybody's at a different point in their life, everybody's at a different point in their goals, everybody's at a different point in basically the spectrum of their success level, and so it's really great to have somebody that can meet you wherever you are. 20 years of practice or trimester 1, struggling with anatomy, he's been there, done that. So
my name's Ben Tinker. I graduated in July from the ACC. After graduating, I moved straight to Peru to work for Dr. Liam, and since then, it's just blown my mind away. I see consistently 300 patients a week. That's like well for someone who's just graduated, yeah. And we're looking to expand the practice up to 600 within the next month, and up to 1,000 hopefully within before the end of the year.
But I love to work. Okay, work is fun for me. I can't even believe they call it work. I can't even believe I get paid for doing this. You see what I'm saying? The key to success is aligning your mind with the purpose in life. And that purpose needs to be greater than you. You're like, what's the purpose of all this? Why am I doing all this? I'll tell you why. It's so that you can be educated, get that Doctor of Chiropractic degree, and go out and transform people's lives. Because I tell you, I travel all around the world, and sometimes I want to cry, because I see people that are working these jobs, and they're almost like they're unconscious. They're like, God, please kill me. I can't stand doing this. I go in, and I do this job, which has no meaning to me, except I need to do this to pay the bills. That's their purpose in life. If your purpose in life is to pay the bills, guess what you're going to get? Enough money to pay the bills for the rest of your life. If your purpose is greater than that, if it's an abundant purpose, then you're going to attract abundance.
So, the dream life, living the dream. Here's some questions that you need to start asking yourself. What do you want to be when you grow up? What is it that you want to do? Because you can do anything. What is it that you want to do? Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, what he talks about is people who are super successful, all of them, have a chief definite purpose. They have a chief aim. They know exactly what they want. I call it the ideal life. What is an ideal life for you? You should write it down and be detailed. The universe will give you ever see that movie, The Secret? Mm-hmm. The universe will give you exactly what you want, but you have to be very clear as to what you want. Write it down. It's amazing. When I started out in practice, I wrote down all this stuff, and my problem was I had it all in 5 years. So I was like, okay, and I actually got depressed then, because I was like, well, now what do? I lost my purpose. So guess what? I thought of bigger stuff, bigger dreams. That's what you should be doing right now. Figure out exactly what you want.
The spinal cord. And then coming out of the spinal cord, which is really an extension of the brain, coming out of the spinal cord are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. How cool is that? These nerves exit the spine between these bones, which are called vertebrae. And these nerves, you know where they go? They go to all of your cells, Now I ask them and I have them answer. They go to all your cells, your tissues, and your organs. That's how everything works. That's how the intelligence coordinates and controls everything in your body. Now, what could possibly be the problem with this system? Well, how many of you have slept wrong? How many of you had accidents, fallen off a bike while you were learning how to ride your bike? Maybe your kids. Do you have any kids? No, I'm saying, but do you have any kids? Yes. Have they ever tried to ride a bike? Yes. Have they ever fallen down? Yes. So this could happen to them too, right? Yes, it could. You're right, doctor. Okay. Yeah? Okay, so here's what happens. These bones, over time, lose their proper misalignment. And here, look at the nerve. This is a delicate nerve here. This is a hard bone. Look what happens when the bone comes out of place.
Tell me the biggest idea that you know. What's bigger than liberating human potential? Isn't that what's the transforming the world is all about? Obama's talking about changing the healthcare system, right? You know why it's not working? Because it's not a healthcare system. It's a disease and sickness care system. Okay? That's why it's not working. You know, Einstein said, you can't solve the problems of today using the same thought that you used before. You have to think differently.
The mission is, I think, the most unique thing about Sherman College. It is to bring straight chiropractic to the world, as Dr. Schubel said. And I think that's, without the mission, Sherman College doesn't need to exist, right? And without the people to carry out the mission, there would be no way to spread it to the world, right? To bring straight chiropractic to the world. So two of our biggest assets are our mission and our people. And again, this extreme focus, the focus is on correcting vertebral subluxations. That's what the curriculum revolves around.
He said, listen, you go down and work for me for a year in Peru, because he had a practice down there, and then come back and, you set up shop here in Miami. And I went down there, and I got to tell you, and I always tell this story, from the moment that I arrived, I'll never forget the sounds, the sights. I kept pinching myself going, I'm on vacation. And I still go back there, and I feel the same way. I really have never felt like I've worked a day in my life, even at 1,000 people a week. There's a tremendous amount of energy. The people are so loving, and they're so open, because they haven't been brainwashed by other chiropractors. In the end, it's up to you. Make the decision to live the dream life. That's it. I thank you for your patience with my English. I'm not used to speaking in English that often. And also your attention. And I really do wish you guys the most awesome life. It's out there if you want it. Get out there and take it. Start taking action. All right. Thank you so much.